in the theory class of driving school, we have 3 types of the things we have to know. We have 3 things we have to understand at the end of the session. At the end of the session, you must be in a position to tell all the names of the signs, how the signs work, since it's one of the things you will be tested in the NTSA exams. The second thing is the highway code. Someone asking the theory question like places we're not allowed to put, how to overtake the other car, how to change lanes, how to the documents you must be having whenever you are driving. All of those things are the type of the things you have to know at the end of the driving session. The last part is this one, the model town board. The model town board, at the end of the session, we must be in a position to show us how to drive the car from one part to the other part. You must be in a position to know how to shift the cars, and what we are going to do here, we are going to copy and paste it in the real life or when we are driving our real car. So for today, we are going to deal with the model town board, and at the other time I'll be taking you through the science and be showing you any other relevant information, any other thing you have to know whenever we are driving. In the first case, we have to know the name of the board. We must know the name of the board. This one is called model town board. It's something you must be in a position to tell whenever someone asks you elsewhere. This one is called model town board. A definition of the model town board is the representation of the road networks in Kenya and within East Africa. This one shows that whenever we are doing driving in Kenya, we are in a position to drive in East Africa at large. So this one represents how the road networks in Kenya and within East Africa. The second thing is the rules. The model town board has got the 3 rules of the model. It has got 3 rules whenever we are working here, whenever we are driving these our small cars that you are seeing here. We have 3 rules to work on. The first rule is we must start with the shortest and most accurate route without using parking. Supposing someone is asking you to drive your car from point A to point B. For example, you might be given a question that has got more than 3 routes, or it has even 5 routes, but the first route you must opt for is the shortest and most correct route without using parking. So someone asking you a question to drive this car from here up to here, you have to take your 2 minutes time to think about the route. Once you establish the route is when you are allowed to start driving. So the shortest route is the one that we have to start with. The second rule is we use now the longest and most correct route without using parking. Longest and most correct route without using parking, it means that we don't have any other shorter route. The only route that we have is the longest and the most correct route without using parking. And the last rule is we use parking as the last option. Using parking as the last option, we just need that going in between the parking section as you are passing through the parking section as you target to reach to your destination. So whenever we see you driving into the parking section, it means that the only option you have left with. You don't have the shorter route, you don't have the longer route. The only option is you must pass through the parking section. Model town board has got 10 things at the end of the session. Whenever you are doing driving, at the end of the course, you must be in a position to tell the 10 signs of the model town board. The first sign I'm going to start with is this one. This one is called parking, but with the parking we have 2 types of parking. We have this one called angle parking, or can still call it controlled parking. Angle parking, in most of the cases, we must pay for the parking. Here, we must pay for the parking in most cases. Rule number 2 of the angle parking is we park to the farthest left. Supposing you are entering parking from here, you must turn and you park to the farthest left. You must park to the farthest left. You enter parking, then you park here. It symbolizes that the whole spaces have been occupied. So we can't park the other spaces. We must park it. We park our car here. Supposing you are parking here, it means the other spaces have been occupied. So this one, the third rule is we park using forward gear and leave using reverse gear. Just the same way when you enter the parking. When you are entering parking, you have to come that long and park using forward, and after the time of exiting is when you will exit using reverse gear. So that doesn't mean you have to display how pro you are in driving. No, you have to follow the rules, you have to follow the protocols by parking using forward gear and leaving using the reverse gear. The second type of parking we have, this one is called flash parking. With the flash parking, we park all types of vehicles there except trailers. It means here we can't park lorries, we can't park bus, we can't park even the saloon cars or the so-called small cars. But in the ample parking, remember I said that we only park small cars. Here we park using reverse gear. We will park here using reverse gear and again exit using reverse gear. That is sign number 1. So whenever someone asks about the sign of the model town board, just say parking. Sign number 2, we have this one. This one, whatever we are seeing here, the yellow marks that we are seeing, it has a meaning. It is not just a decoration of this table. It is called yellow curb. With yellow curb means no stopping, waiting or parking. If we are driving our car, we reach where we have a yellow curb, we are not allowed to stop, to wait or to park here. Waiting, stopping or waiting here, it is prohibited. No stopping, waiting or parking while we have those yellow marks. Then the third sign is this one. We have this one, we call it pedestrian crossing, or we can still call it zebra crossing. Pedestrian crossing is a very safe place for pedestrians to cross the road. As a driver, we train you that whenever you are driving in Waka, you are crossing the pedestrian crossing, you are not allowed to put for those pedestrians, since the pedestrians have the right of way. So putting for those pedestrians it is not allowed. If you are driving in Waka, you are coming that long, you have to stop here and wait for them to cross the road first. Is when you are allowed to proceed. The second thing we are not supposed to do with the pedestrian crossing is parking on the pedestrian crossing. You can see if you are parking on the pedestrian crossing, you have even blocked the road, so pedestrians can get access to the pedestrian crossing for them to get themselves from the one point to another point. So from this one, we have to stop here and wait. The other thing, we are not allowed to overtake. Overtaking on a pedestrian crossing, it is wrong. Most of the people tend to do the certain mistakes. So as we have to train that whenever you are driving your car, you are not allowed to get yourself in a hot soup because of those obvious mistakes. The fourth sign is we have what we call 2 priority signs. These ones, they are called priority signs, or 2 major signs, 2 more commonly used signs. These are the signs that they are found on the junction, and as we all know that each and every road has a junction. We have 2 signs called stop sign and the other one called give way sign. Stop sign is being marked with white continuous line. You find any sign being marked with white continuous line is what we call stop sign. As a driver, if you are driving your car, you arrive where you have a stop sign, you must stop fast and check if the road is clear. Is when you are allowed to proceed. Proceeding means that you really checked and you are fully aware that the road is clear. Is when you are allowed to proceed. Another sign, this one we said about give way sign. Give way sign is being marked with white dotted. Any place you see a white dotted, it means when you are driving your car, you are coming that long, you have to reach here, stop. You have to stop and give way. Check in this lane. You found that the lane is clear, you indicate and proceed with your journey. You check that you find out that the road is not clear, we still have some few vehicles passing, you have to stop and give way for those vehicles since they have right of way. Another sign is we have this one, white dotted around parking section. White dotted means exit from parking. So supposing someone shows you we must exit from this end, must exit from this end, you must be in a position to tell where is the entry. So exit from parking, for example, we enter from here parking for us to exit from the other end. So you enter from here to exit from here. Remember, the rule of the roads in Kenya, we always keep left whenever you are driving. So in parking, we must also keep left. From here, we enter from here to exit from here. Supposing you are entering from the other end, from here, then all of our expectation is you are going to exit where we have the dotted lines, dotted marks, where it has been marked with dotted or broken lines. That one is called exit from parking. You remember exit from parking, we have another sign, this one called exit from main road. As a driver, you are intending to join the other road. It is not just a must for you to go that long looking for the roundabout for you to join the other road. No. You can, if you are driving your car, you have to come, shift, change lanes. And we're changing lanes when you are confirming with the mirrors to find out that the road is clear behind is when you can. Now we stop here again and give way, since it is a give way sign. I've said earlier on that give way sign is being marked with white dotted lines. This one, yes, it is an exit, but it is a give way. You also must If you arrive here, you have to stop and give way for the vehicles coming from the other side. If the road is clear, you can comfortably join the other road and proceed. If you are here, we use this exit. If you are from this road, join the other road. But whenever you are on this road intending to join the other road, we must come that long and use this exit. From here, you join the first lane, this lane first. Then, even if you are intending to go the other side, is when you start again shifting for you to proceed to the according to the way you are expecting to go. If I'm clear, then we have the another sign. This one here. The one we are saying here, it is called roundabout. This one is called roundabout. Roundabout has got lane, and lane it is a space in between the lines. Space in between the lines. Space is what we call lane. This space in between these lines. In between them is what we call lane. Roundabout has got also lane. On the roundabout, we start counting lanes from the outermost part. To mean this one, the first lane, second lane, fourth lane, third lane and fourth lane. We have now the 4 lanes. In our case here, we have our roundabout has got 4 lanes, but roundabout still have got parts. It has got 3 parts of there. We have 3 parts of the roundabout. The first, second, third lane is being counted as one part, and we call it spaces of the roundabout. First, second, and third lane we call it spaces of the roundabout. The second part is we have this one. This one is called roundabout itself. Roundabout itself is where we can make any turn. Comfortably, we can make any turn from this point. We can make even 180 degrees. We can still make 270 degrees. We can make 360 degrees to the other end. Remember, all of those turns that I've shown you, we only do it with the innermost lane, what we call roundabout itself. But with the spaces of the roundabout is either you are going 0 degrees or 90 degrees. In our next class, I will be showing you how we turn 0 degrees, how we turn 90 degrees. Lastly, we have this one as the third part of the roundabout called traffic island. This one is called traffic island. At times you'll find where we have it is the place where we see the traffic lights being placed there, and we have those all other advertisements on the traffic island. Roundabout has got many rules, but I'm going to share with you. I'm going to teach you the major rules of the roundabout. Rule number 1 of the roundabout: we are not allowed to change lanes. Changing of lanes on the roundabout. You can see changing of lanes on the roundabout. We are not allowed to change lanes on the roundabout. In any place that we are not allowed to change lanes, it means we can't overtake. Since whenever we are overtaking, it means we are also changing lanes. So we are also not allowed to overtake. We are not allowed to overtake on the roundabout. No overtaking on the roundabout. Rule number 3 is we are not allowed to reverse. Reversing on the roundabout is highly prohibited. Another rule is we are not allowed to stop to wait or to park. Doesn't matter you are stopping or parking there for 5 seconds or 10 minutes. It doesn't matter, but the rule of the roundabout remains we are not allowed to stop, to wait, or to park. Then another rule is we are not allowed to overlap. Overlap is running in between the line. In a scenario whereby we can't say, in this case we can't even tell whether you are on the first lane or on the second lane. So we want you, if you are driving your car, when you are on the first lane, you'll be fully on the first lane. You'll be fully on the first lane. If you are on the second lane, each and everyone can tell from a distance that you are on the second lane. Running in between the lanes is not allowed. Another rule, and the major rule of the roundabout, we have to give priority to vehicles coming from the right. In a scenario whereby we have a road and we don't have traffic lights, that's a junction not controlled by traffic lights. We don't have traffic lights, and again we don't have police officer in uniform. We have a rule that guides us. We have to give priority to vehicles coming from the right. Supposing you are here, you are intending to do the roundabout, you must stop and check on your right hand side. You be sure that the right hand side is clear. Is when you can proceed with the roundabout. But we found out that there is some vehicles coming from here. For this case, my car is this one. I'm driving it. I'm here. I must stop and give priority to the vehicles. Let this vehicle go fast is when I can now comfortably proceed. If you are here, I mean you are taking on your right hand side. It means from here, the right hand side is here. We must give priority to vehicles coming from the right. We still have two signs left. We have two types of the roads. We have a type of road where vehicles are moving in opposite direction. In a very simple language, what I mean is this one. We have a type of road where some vehicles are coming when others are going. In a scenario where you find the road having some vehicles coming and going, we call that type of road two-way traffic road. Vehicles are moving in opposite direction. You can see like this. You can see this road here. We have some vehicles going in this direction while we still have this one, they are coming back. How will we know that a road is a two-way traffic road? The road having been separated by a single yellow line is what we call two-way traffic road. And remember, a single yellow line, it can be yellow continuous or yellow broken. It can be yellow continuous or yellow broken. Yellow continuous line, it means we can't change lanes, we can't overtake. We are not allowed to overtake where we have a yellow continuous. We are not allowed to overtake. But in any case we find the road having yellow broken, it means we can comfortably overtake when the road is clear. Overtaking is only advisable when the road is clear. We only advise someone to overtake whenever you've checked with all the mirrors and you also checked you are checked in front of you, and you are much sure that the road is clear when you are allowed to overtake. So yellow continuous line, we can't overtake, and yellow broken, we can comfortably overtake when the road is clear. The last sign is this one. It is a one-way traffic road. One-way traffic road is a type of a road where vehicles are going in the same direction. One-way traffic road is a type of road where vehicles are going the same direction. From this end, the vehicles are just going the same direction. From this one, the vehicles are just going the same direction. We don't have the vehicles that are coming back in the same road. One-way traffic road, it has white continuous line. As we can see, it has white continuous lines. And we still have the white dotted lines. White dotted lines, it means we can change lanes. We can run from one side to the other side. We can be changing lanes when the road is clear. And we all agree that when in any case we can change lanes, it means we can still overtake. We can comfortably overtake. So on white broken lines, we are allowed to overtake. We are allowed to change lanes. But in a case where we have white continuous lines, it means strictly we are not allowed to overtake, we are not allowed to change lanes. So if you are driving a car, you must check whether you are running on white broken lines or white continuous line. This one-way traffic road also have got what we call lanes. This one, and I've said earlier on that lanes is the spaces in between the lines. These spaces in between the lines is what we call lane. This one is what we call lane. How will we identify that this is the first lane, this is the second lane, or this is the third lane? On one-way traffic road, we count lanes from the left according to the direction of the road, of the vehicles. If the vehicles are moving from this side to the other side, we make sure we're starting counting from the left. To me, this one is the first lane, this one is the second lane, this one is the third lane, and this one is the fourth lane. From this side, we are not allowed to start counting lanes according to where we are facing. No, we have to fold ourselves to get ourselves in an angle that the vehicles, according to the way vehicles are moving, we make sure you are in the same angle so that you can start counting from the left. First lane, second lane, third lane, and fourth lane. All of those ones, from this one, one way traffic road also, first lane, second lane, third lane.